Salutations audience, you're watching Bavery. I'm Ben, and today's going to be a bit of a weird one. I do have some content for you. It's going to be some recommendations for me for stuff that you can do over the summer, but I do have a bit of housekeeping to do first. So, if you have not watched Avery's latest videos from last Sunday, she announced her new series. It's going to be a little more feminine orientated than some of her previous content, so it's going to be makeup tutorials and clothing thingy-mabobs and stuff that will probably appeal more to a female audience than a male audience, but I'm not judging. Also, she announces that I have a special announcement, and that's that from about this September, October, so when I go off to university hopefully, I will start doing some midweek gaming videos. And so I've got 4 games lined up to do on my week, so Avery and I post on alternate weeks, and so my week will be the week following my Sunday video. So on the Wednesday after my Sunday video, I'll be doing a mixture of vanilla Minecraft, a game called Democracy Free that I'll come back to later, The Walking Dead, which I'll also come back to later, and an MMO called Star Trek Online, which I'll also be coming back to later. Also, don't know how many of you watch us, but we do have some contact details if you ever want to contact us and tell us how great we are, or give us improvements, or suggest a topic. Now, we're really open to your guys' suggestions, so if there's a topic that you really want us to do a video about because you think our voices are amazing or you think we do it in a really good way, we'll be happy to research a topic for you and do a video on it if we find that's possible. So we have a number of ways to contact us. You can simply go to baveryco@gmail.com, that's baveryco@gmail.com, and email us. Or you can go to Tumblr, which is a blogging site. You just type it into Google, and you can leave us an ask on our blogs. Avery has 2 blogs. There's Oh Yeah, I Guess That's Funny. So, Oh Yeah, I Guess That's Funny, and The Black and White Artist. As you can see, they're both one word. Me, I'm the Teacup Pig Gambit. Each word is separated from the next by a hyphen. So that's for Avery, it's Oh Yeah, I Guess That's Funny, and The Black and White Artist. And for me, you can contact me on Tumblr at the Teacup Pig Gambit /tumblr.com. So, on to my content for today. So, summer's upon us. For myself and Avery, we're very lucky to actually be on our summer holidays already. But I know that not everyone is, but you will be soon. So I've got a few books, games, and TV entertainment that you can keep yourself occupied with this summer. So my first summer read is a book called The Rosie Project. It's a really good book. It's about a university lecturer with Asperger's, but he has never been diagnosed as Asperger's, so he just thinks he's normal. And it's about his journey as he tries to find a wife using science. So he constructs a questionnaire to try and find a wife. It's really funny. It's quite poignant at times. It's really witty, sharp, and this copy is only it's only 327 pages, so it's not that long. It's good beat reading. If you're more of a factual person, I really recommend Emotions Revealed by Professor Paul Ekman. That's Ekman. It's a really simply written psychology book, and it's about how we display emotion and whether emotion differs across cultures. It may sound daunting, and you may go, I don't want to read something educational over the summer, but it's really good. It's not written for a psychological audience, it's written for everyone. It's really, really well written, and I really suggest it. If you still want to read something factual, but you want something a little goofy, I recommend Elephants on Acid and Other Bizarre Experiments by Alex Boyes. That's Boese. It's just a compilation of really crazy science experiments that are true, and and it's a really funny, witty book. And again, it's not that big, so some good beach reading. If you're into your steampunk, I really suggest the Burton and Swinburne trilogy by Mark Hodder. There's 3 books, as it's a trilogy. The first one's The Strange Affair of Springhill Jack. It takes place in an alternate Victorian England where Albert is the king, not Victoria as queen. It's really good. It's really good mystery. It's really good steampunk, and they're really worth reading. If you're into comic books, I have 3 recommendations for you. Firstly, I've got Batman Hush. Now, it's a collaboration of Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee and Scott Williams, and it's a really tense mystery story. It's really good. The artwork, if I give you a quick look, the artwork is absolutely amazing. The story is really driven, and it has a lot of crossover with Superman, and it has a lot of Batman villains and allies. Not just Joker, but it's Joker, Harley Quinn, Scarecrow, Bane, Clayface, all of these big Batman villains, as well as some big Batman allies like Oracle and Huntress. If you want something a little more lighthearted than Hush, I recommend Harley Quinn Welcome to Metropolis. It's a Harley Quinn Poison Ivy driven story. It's, again, really good artwork. It's a more lighthearted story. It's really funny. The characters sparkle, and I really recommend that. And both Hush and Harley Quinn Welcome to Metropolis are available on Amazon. If you're more of a Star Trek and/or Doctor Who fan, I recommend Assimilation Squared. It's a collaboration work, and it's a crossover between Star Trek The Next Generation and The 11th Doctor. And it focuses around a storyline where the Borg from Star Trek and the Cybermen from Doctor Who team up to try and take over the galaxy. And I really recommend it. It's a really good storyline. Again, it's really good because it has this sort of artwork when it does a flashback to Captain Kirk, and then it goes to a much grittier style, almost watercoloured artwork later on. So those are my summer reads. I have 3 summer games I'm going to recommend, and I'm going to talk about one. I've mentioned Democracy Free in my announcement at the beginning of the video. It's available on Steam. It's an intensive political simulator, so it's a turn-based simulator where you take control of the country and you have to decide what policies to do, what intensity to put the policies at. You have to deal with problems. It's a really good game. It's about £18, but as of this video being uploaded, there's a Steam sale currently on, so I'd really go check it out. Even if you're not into politics, it's really good. Also available on Steam, about the same price as Democracy Free, is The Walking Dead. It's Telltale Productions' critically acclaimed adaptation of the Robert Kirkman graphic novel. Well, it's a take on it and inspired by. It's really good, really compelling. It's a choice-based morality game, or a fluidic game, so you won't play the same game twice if you don't make the same decisions. It's really good, and I really recommend it. Fallout 3, it's an old game, it's from 2008, but it's an amazing game. Really beautiful artwork, really compelling story. It's a first-person shooter, it's an FPS, but it's an open-world FPS, so it's really, really compelling. It's morality fluidic again, so you can either be good or bad, and that keeps changing no matter based on your actions throughout the game. That's really good, especially if you buy the expanded pack complete bundle, which gives you a few more missions in other locations, and it gives you something after you think the game has ended. Just want to come back to Star Trek Online. It's a Star Trek MMO. It's really good. The mission's really good. The PvP and PvE is really good. There's a huge number of players, and they're all really nice. and it's really good if you're into Star Trek or you just want to have some fun. And I really recommend joining Star Trek Online, which is actually free to play as well. Okay, so on to my summer watching reviews, because we all know that what we really want to do in summer is just sit inside and binge watch TV shows. So my first one is the sci-fi show, that's SYFY as in the channel Sci-Fi, Warehouse 13. It's kind of the warehouse from the end of Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark meets X-Files. So it's about two Secret Service agents who come across this really strange object in the first episode, and they get enlisted to work at a secret government organisation called Warehouse 13, which collects really dangerous items and artefacts from around the world. So they're usually artefacts that belong to famous people and have been imbued with special powers. So, for example, not one's coming to mind. For example, say Jack the Ripper's lantern, which is an actual artifact, and it's how Jack the Ripper killed his victims. So it's stuff like that, and it's stuff that is dangerous if left alone in the real world. In the outside world, sorry. It's really good. There's 4 seasons and a 5th shortened season. The first 4 seasons are available on Amazon, but the 5th one has just finished in America, so obviously not yet. But it's really good, it's really funny, and yeah, it's just a really good series. Up next is Joss Whedon's Firefly. It's short, but it's brilliant. That's all I can say. It's 13 episodes because it was cancelled early, but there is a follow-on film called Serenity. It's witty, it's sharp, it's engaging, it's like a sci-fi western about a bunch of vagabonds and smugglers on this big ship, and it's really good. That's also available on Amazon. Next is a throwback from the 1990s. It's a show called Northern Exposure. It's really funny, it's really quirky. It's about a doctor who is transferred to a middle of nowhere town in Alaska, and he has to try and cope with life there. It's really good. It's good 90s comedy. The episodes are about 45 minutes each, so it's nicely timed. There's 5 seasons, but first 3 are probably the ones most worth watching. And finally, I'm going to recommend The Mentalist. This is an ongoing series, but it's really good. It's about a man who used to work as a psychic, but now works for the for what's like the local FBI in California, the California Bureau of Investigation, and he helps solve crimes because he's trying to revenge his wife and daughter who were killed by a serial killer. It's really good. It's really funny. It's really quirky. So those are my recommendations. I'll just go back over them again. My summer reads are The Rosie Project by Graham Simpson, Emotions Revealed by Professor Paul Ekman, Elephants on Acid and Other Bizarre Experiments by Alex Boyes, The Burton Swinburne Trilogy by Mark Hodder, Batman's Hush, Harlequin Welcome to Metropolis, and Assimilation Squared. My summer games are Democracy Free, The Walking Dead, Fallout 3, and Star Trek Online. And my summer watching is Warehouse 13, Firefly / Serenity, Northern Exposure, and The Mentalist. Sorry this has been a bit of a long video, guys, but we shall see you next week for Avery's upload. I shall see you in 2 weeks, and just one more reminder about contacting us. Our email address is baveryco@gmail.com. Avery's Tumblrs are Oh Yeah, I Guess That's Funny and The Black and White Artist. My Tumblr is the Teacup Pig Gambit. I shall see you all next week. Well, in 2 weeks. We shall see you next week for Avery's video. Have a great week, guys.